Today I will teach you the procedure for executing Hello World in PHP using Visual Studio Code. Now coming to the PHP syntax, PHP script is executed on the server side and the plain HTML result is sent back to the browser. So the general tendency of the PHP scripting is to be executing on the server because it's a server-side scripting code, and the output after execution is sent back to the browser. Now coming to the syntax of this, the PHP script starts with, now every PHP script is starting with less than question mark PHP and ends with question mark and the greater than symbol. For example, you can see the syntax here. Now here this is starting one less than question mark PHP. Then you write the PHP code here and close question mark with the greater than symbol. A PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document because the PHP program is a combination of HTML tags as well as the PHP script. So the PHP script can be placed anywhere, but see that you need to put the PHP script code only embedding into the starting and ending tag of the PHP. The default file extension for PHP files is .php is the file extension for your PHP applications. Now PHP file contains HTML tags as well as the PHP scripting code. Now here is an example. Here we start our program with HTML, then body, then h1 heading tag, and you're writing some description like my first PHP application and close the heading tag. Then here you can see the PHP scripting code less than question mark PHP. Now here we have an echo as a logical construct which is used to display the text onto the output screen. So we write echo and we are writing in double quotes. So whatever you write in double quotes beside echo is going to print the same onto the browser. Then this echo is a logical construct which has been a part of PHP. Then after that I'm closing with the question mark and a greater symbol. So this starting to the ending tag of PHP is called as a PHP script. Then followed by the HTML body closing and HTML closing. So in this way we write the combination of both. Note PHP statement ends with a semicolon. So here this is a PHP statement like echo hello world and it is terminated with a semicolon. So every PHP statement is going to terminate with a semicolon. Now PHP case sensitivity. Now in PHP, keywords such as if, else, while, echo, etc. and classes, functions and user-defined functions are not case sensitive. Okay, so you can use irrespective of capital letters, small letters. So here is an example, HTML body, then h1. Now here in PHP you can see echo I have written capital E, CHO. And here echo is completely small and here ECH is capital. So either we write, we don't apply any case sensitivity for the predefined keywords. It will print whatever you are giving, it will be printing the answer. Then close and close the body and HTML. Now, based on this idea, I'll show you the process of printing Hello World in Visual Studio Code environment. So now you need to open the Visual Studio Code environment. So you can just go through and type VS Visual Studio Code environment. So you need to already install the software and keep it ready in your system. Now this is the environment where you have the PHP, not PHP, you have a lot of applications to be done. And here I want to work with the PHP. So this is by default you are going to get when you open your this Visual Studio Code environment. Now I'll just open, beforehand you can create one folder. So here I'm creating one folder in D drive. Okay. So in D drive, I have created one folder called PHP and right now it is empty. So you can create one folder, any name you can give. So I have given PHP and I put in D drive. So just I minimize this, go to Visual Studio Code editor and I go for open folder. I go for PHP, what I created, the empty folder and select folder. Now right now it is empty, there are no files. I will create one PHP file. So just you have an option here. This is a folder, right? Right now there is nothing. Now I'm going to create a folder under PHP. So here you have some option like new file, new folder. Okay, I go for new file and I'll give the file name here, file name. So I'm giving the file name like hello world.php. The PHP should be the extension. Just click, then press enter key. Now this is the default one you are getting. So I don't want all these things. I just go for remove this. I just start typing like HTML. Then you can go for head. Then you go for title. Then I can put some title like printing hello world PHP. Okay. So that is my title. Okay. Then close the title. Then close the head. Now I can start with the body tag. This I'm putting H1. Here also I put print. Here I close H1. So now I'll start my script. A less than question mark PHP. Then here I'm going to write like echo. Now what I want to print, something called hello world. Okay, terminate with the semicolon. Then I want to close for the only one statement I'm trying to put. Then I close the body tag. Then I close the HTML tag. Okay. Now just save this. Every time you need to save the file after typing. Now, what you can do here is you need to run the program. So I have an option of PHP server is there. In this, you need to install a PHP server here. And also you have a XAMPP server, what I was showing in my previous video. So you install it, XAMPP server, and keep it ready. And here also we have an option. If you can go for extensions, you can just search for PHP server here. PHP server. Okay, and you have here, you just click that. And here I already installed here. So generally you get it's not installed. So you can just click the install and keep it ready. Maybe I'll show you. See, if you're going for PHP IntelliFence, so here you can have an option called install. So like that you are going to get for PHP server. Since I've already installed, I'm not getting that. Once you get that install button, no, let's say like this, you're going to get, you just click install. Okay, on, and your PHP server get installed into that. Okay, now that is one step. And in my previous video, I was showing on XAMPP server to be installed. That is also mandatory. Once you install that, you are going to get a file, a folder called XAMPP. Okay, this one is most important for us now. Now, this is second one. Now, I'll show you the problem if you're not going to set the path for the XAMPP server. So just you can go for, once you install PHP server, right? Just to select this file and right click like this. Okay, right click, and you have an option called PHP server project. Just click this. Now here you are getting something like, can you see here, PHP not found. Okay, and we are working with the PHP server. Here you're getting PHP not found. So what you need to do when you get the exception like this, I already said that you need to have XAMPP server, right? You need to set this path. You just click this folder, XAMPP, in whichever drive I have installed in C drive, I go for C drive, XAMPP, and in this you have PHP, this one. You just click that. So just if you click here, you get the path C:// xampp/php. You just copy this, copy, and go for environment variables. In search, you can type edit environment variables. So you get like this. Okay. And you go for environment variables. Right. Then in system variables, you have something called path. This one. Okay. Go for edit, path, edit, this one. And you just type new. Just click new button. This one. Click new and paste it. This XAMPP PHP. Then click OK. Then here also click OK. Then this one also click OK. But what you need to do is, once you set the path, you need to just close this completely, Visual Studio Code, and reopen it. Just again go for Visual Studio Code. Open that. Okay. Same file now, just right click here. Right click and go for PHP server project. Now it has started. Now you're getting, so printing the hello world in PHP, which I put bold. Okay. Then you're getting the hello world. So this is the heading. This is the echo. What I was writing, echo with hello world. And here you can see title, printing hello world in PHP. This one is head one, H1 I have written, right? Then this is your actual echo hello world. Okay. So here it is going to show this server started and closed. Okay. Now, if at all I want to make this hello world also to be bold, you can write inside only like H1, heading 1, or let's say H4 I'm going to write. And here also you can go for H4, closing. So like this also you can add the HTML tags into your PHP coding. But you save it, any modification, save it and right click and again go for reload server, because if you go for already PHP server project, no, you get server is already running. What you can do, you can go for reload server. Now you can see hello world is H4 now. Okay. Then so like this you can just go for any sort of changes you can make. Now here I go for one more echo with case sensitive. No? I just go for E capital E and echo. Okay. And here I'm writing something like hello. So multiple strings I'm going to write, separate with the comma. Hello world. Again I'll put something called hi. But here you can see capital E I'm using, here it is small c I'm using. And let's say I'm going to put one more. All three capitals, one small. I'll write something like new to PHP programming. Okay. But the terminal is semicolon, right? All should be terminated with semicolon like this. So here you can observe with small cases, only is capital, only three are capital and one small. So just save it again and right click and go for open file in browser or reload server. Now here you can see hello world, then hi. So three things have been coming here. Then new to PHP Pro, but all are in one line, right? So I want to split it. How to do, we'll see. Just I go for adding a break tag here, br. Then here also I'm going to add br. So what you can do here is you can put into the code like this. Okay, and maybe I'll give one space here. Otherwise it is just clubbing completely. Then here also. Okay, now you save it and again reload into server or open file in browser. Now you're going to get like this. Hello world, hi and such. So in different line you got, and there was one spacing. Okay, so like this you can mention, and here there is by default when you go for heading now you get a space, but I have already put one more br, you get a lot of space here, right? So this is the way how you are going to execute your PHP programs, and you need to work with a PHP server and XAMPP server. So once you install in your VS Code editor the PHP server, then only you can just go for right click and do like this. Otherwise you are not going to get. And if you don't have the XAMPP server and you don't set the class path, not class path of the particular server, you don't find this particular PHP application to be recognized. So I hope I have given some input on how to print the hello world statement or any other statement in PHP using Visual Studio Code environment and the XAMPP server. So if you like this video, do comment, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Thank you.